Hi, Gil from Testing Gil here. In this series we're going to talk about aspects of test design. Each aspect has both value and cost. While we're going to talk about them separately, we at the end need to combine and look at everything that's going to cost us, and what we want is the best value for the cheapest price. When we design a test, it should probably answer a question. If it doesn't or doesn't do it completely, it's a waste of time. It's more than that. We like our tests. We trust them. But if they're testing the wrong thing, or incompletely, we are basing our releasing decisions on the wrong evidence. That doesn't sound like a good idea, does it? What we're talking about is efficacy. How a solution, and in our case, a design, answers a question. In our case, does it work? A good design will try to answer this completely, and not so good design will answer it incompletely. Let's take a look at examples from our Bigger Better bookstore. What we're after today is learning about the experience of first time buying a book. Let's start with an easy one. We have a post API that buys a book for a user, and if it succeeds, returns a 200. Just what we need to buy a book. Okay, and some money. But here in the Bigger Better bookstore, we have so much money, we don't care about that. Okay, we're calling the API getting 200. Now for the question. Does buying a book for the first time works? Well, it could, except... Well, one thing immediately pops to mind. Which user is it? If it's any user, they might have already bought some books. So we won't be learning about the first time buying a book. Let's improve the design. Take two. Two APIs. One, create a new user, then use this user to buy the book. Much better, right? We know it's a first user because we just created them. And now we can definitely know you can buy a book. Except... Definitely? Well, we're relying on the API to return a 200 and we're trying to rely on this result, but can we trust it? That 200 status code doesn't mean much. I know, I've returned those before. Take three. Three APIs. First two as before, but then we add another one to get the order status. The response of this one contains the actual order status, which either succeeds or fails. Now we know for a fact that buying a book for the first time works. Except, well, the users are not going to be calling APIs. They're going to use the application screens. And the screens are going to call the APIs. Take four. No APIs, just screens. First step, log in as a new user. You need to create the user, fill up a lot of boxes in there just to be registered in the system. Next, find a book. Next one, browse for a book, select one, and buy it with fake money. Then go to the order status screen and make sure that the right book information is there. More steps, and they are more heavier. But today, we're not interested in costs and risks and duration. We're only interested in the truth. These steps give us confidence that the application really works. A user can buy a book for the first time. Except, most people would stop here. But we're not most people. This design is okay, but it's not perfect. There's something missing. Here's the ultimate test design. First, create a new user, fill up a bunch of forms. Next, browse for a book, choose one, and pay for it with fake money. Then go to the order screen and make sure that the chosen book is there. Then sit at home and wait for the book to arrive. Now we have a proof that buying a book actually works for the first time. Sure, it's not repeatable or automatable, but as for efficacy, sure proves the point. Now that we have options, we can choose which one we want to implement. Each design gives us an answer in some level of completeness. Each has its own costs attached. We can decide how much we want to pay and what we get for it. We think of our tests often as binary. They either work or they don't. In fact, there can be multiple levels of answers. We need to pick the ones that we can live with and afford. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe and watch other videos on this channel. And in the comments, tell me how your tests lie to you. and whether they were really lying or were just misunderstood. Until next time, bye-bye.